Welcome to Lost in the Desert, episode 9. I am your co-host, Karim.
My name is Issam. This is Lost in the Desert.
All right, it's been a crazy week.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Started off weird, but it actually finished off strong.
Okay.
So I say it was cool.
Mine was hectic, just a lot of work, not much free time, but
No.
glad the weekend came out. And your Warriors are out.
No, I don't wanna
Your
say that.
Warriors are out.
I'll talk about
Laker
this later.
Nation.
But I did promise somebody the first thing I would do is I want to give a shout out to Winch. I did promise him this week.
Did you? Why did you promise him
I
that?
did. Because he
Now I
does
can't.
listen.
Now I can't mess with him.
Why do you mean you gotta mess with him? I promised him. So shout out to Winch. Winch, put the food down. I know you're eating right now, but shout out to you, my guy. Appreciate you. And then he's gonna not watch the rest of this.
See, we could have gotten him hooked on just watch every week. We gave you a shout out. Yeah, we gave you a shout out.
No, it's messed up. But yeah, what do you want to say about my Warriors? You piece of shit.
No, you were quick to judge, and here you are. What I said at
Dude.
the beginning of the series, I said it's better for the Lakers if the Kings lose and we face the Warriors, and if we do, Lakers in 6. What I say about the Suns? I said Suns. I said it's gonna be Denver in 6, maybe 7.
Look, to be fair, I'm more disappointed in the Suns because it's like none of y'all injured except Chris Paul, but Chris Paul ain't like fuck him. But for them to not even like to get blown out like that at home, that was embarrassing. And it was back to back because that happened to them last year with the Dallas, and now again here with fucking Denver. I just snapped because I just don't know. But yeah, I was disappointed in them, but I just feel bad for the Warriors. I feel bad for Steph. Steph is the only one that showed up.
I don't feel bad for the Warriors because the Warriors are still the Warriors.
They'll be back next year.
Like, they'll be fine.
They'll be back next year. There's just going to be some changes. Poole is going to be out.
And I'll say
they're going to trade Poole for sure. I doubt they're going to keep him.
Well, firstly, let's before we get on to the Lakers, because you did mention the Suns. Did you hear Monty's out?
Yesterday.
Monty's out, yeah, and they didn't even wait.
Just
they
in
gave him like 2
Phoenix
days
when they released the news.
Yeah, they gave him 2 days, and then Monty was relieved of his duties as head coach for the Phoenix Suns.
Do you think that was fair?
I think so. You've had a great cast all these years. You did make it to the finals once, but at this point, it is what it is.
That's crazy.
And I think it's the way they lost. Also, it's the way they lost as well.
Yeah.
I don't think it's also because maybe obviously it's not because Monty's a bad coach, but I think it's just sort of like, okay, we have a pretty much new roster now. I think it's time for some change.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like, if this was the same cast that made it to the finals, if this was the same cast that made it to the finals, I would say, okay, unfair. But I think at this point, you have 2 new stars. Chris Paul's probably on his way out. Probably time for a new coach, a new head coach as well. Not because Monty's doing a bad job. He did turn I always thought an underdog team into, a really good, contending team. But I think at this point it's just time for change. It's not like, remember last week when we talked about Budenholzer, the Bucks coach? I thought that was unfair.
Yeah,
right. Because you had a team that you did actually make better. They were like second or third seed,
and
second or third seed.
Yeah,
last year they were second and third seed. They finished first, convincingly first. Your star players started performing better. Only because he got hurt is why you guys didn't go through.
Do you think the Suns did that because they might pick him up?
Pick who up?
The old Bucks
Budenholzer?
coach?
No, they're not gonna pick him up.
So who do you think that's gonna be in the run-up?
I don't know who else is being let go and who's. I think I saw they interviewed with Mark Jackson.
Oh.
The guy who doesn't get enough credit. He set up the dynasty, and Steve Kerr. Then they asked him, and Steve Kerr came and picked things up, and it is what it is. Let's give Mark Jackson his credit. He put the pieces there, and then Steve finished it off.
Yeah, we can't. Steve is a great coach, though.
Yeah. So I think I heard today they had interviewed him. But
that's interesting.
Also, the players love Mark Jackson.
Yeah, and also you want to get somebody like that so they can have him also have the players under control. Not when they're just arguing on the sideline.
If the players just respect you,
they'll play for you.
They'll play for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
not like under control. Like, these are still, we talk about them like kids. These are still grown men. You're not coaching high school.
Exactly.
Like, you only really need their respect.
Not just grown men, millionaires. Also, don't forget, especially when you have that attitude, like, oh, I'm filthy rich. Like, you don't like to listen to people because everybody around is listening to you. And all of a sudden, you have to put your ego to the side, everything, and listen to someone who's be like, hey, I need you to do suicides, or I need you to put some more free throws practice on. You'd be like, man, fuck you. So
also running game plans.
I
think practice is one thing. I think they all know how to practice at this point, but running
Not
game
all.
plans,
Not all.
you have to trust the person to execute it properly. Because if you don't trust the person, you're not going to take the game plan seriously, and it's probably not going to succeed. But now onto Laker Nation.
The playoffs is gonna be boring now since Steph Curry's not in it.
I don't think so.
Now we have to suffer and watch fucking LeBron, but I don't have to suffer. Maybe Denver in 4. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing it out there.
I know, not in 4. They're not getting swept.
6.
6 is the least. Whoever wins is going to be in 6. This is not going to be a Game 7
Denver,
series.
I hope so. Because I'm tired. Because all of a sudden, I'm seeing nothing but fucking Lakers highlights. They're all on
that
TikTok.
last game was legit.
No, not
I
from
blew my parlay. I was so mad.
Not from the playoffs. Like the whole season. I'm like, since when y'all really making these fucking edits?
But well, first of all, I think highlights are kind of overrated. They only show you like a fraction. I can pick a shitty team and put together a 10-minute highlight reel.
No.
You know, if out of 82, you tell me out of 82 games, I can't put together a highlight reel at like a 10-minute highlight reel.
Not with the fucking Lakers.
Any team, any team. I don't care if it's the Spurs, the Heat, you know, Charlotte. But first, who are your predictions?
I don't know. I think because what you predicted.
Because now it's Heat. As we are filming this, the Heat just beat. Boston just beat Philly.
Yeah. No, I think you might be right. They might really want to see, because you know it's scripted. You know what I'm saying? They hit on my boys. I do think that, like you said, it's gonna be the Lakers versus Celtics, and then
I think it's going to be.
I'm talking about the finals. Are you talking about like the picks now? Yeah, like I said, yes,
now, like obviously whoever.
Yeah, like I said, this.
But in what? In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In my perfect world, I'd rather have Denver versus Miami. But I think it's gonna be the Celtics versus.
That's not the question I'm asking you though.
I'm
asking you Miami versus Boston. Who wins in how many games? Denver versus Lakers. Who wins in how many games? Not what you want to see.
I see Miami.
Realistically, who you think? Because I want to see the Lakers, but my opinion might be weird.
No, I say Celtics in 5, and then, like I said, I want the Nuggets to win, but I think Lakers in 6.
You think Lakers in 6?
Yeah, dude.
I'm thinking Denver in 6.
No, I think the refs.
I want the Lakers to win. If AD, I'll tell you guys this, all right? If AD performs, I need to see how he plays on the road against Jokic, right? On a playoff level.
They'll show up. I think AD
because
will show
I know
up.
they won. They won basically. It was basically the same team that we beat in the bubble. So I know it's possible. But with the rest of the supporting cast, you know, let's not forget Jamal. It's not just Jokic. Let's not forget Jamal Murray's there, Aaron Gordon's there. Like they got size.
Don't forget, like what Lakers did against the Warriors. If they're losing, the refs will help them out.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So annoying.
Because honestly, if you think about it, I'm not over this whole Warriors thing.
No, that's fine. He'll cry about it for a week. He'll get over it next year.
Nah. Yeah, when they win the championship, I think, you know, personally, the Warriors were playing the refs. Dude, Lakers were getting every bullshit call, and they're flopping. Even though they're like, oh, we don't practice flopping. Yeah, I do.
If they were getting every bullshit call, why did they not get the call where Curry blatantly smacked it out of bounds? Like we all saw that when we were watching it. Curry literally smacked it out of bounds. They didn't get that call. What's his name got ejected?
That's the point.
What do you mean that's the point?
If they're giving the Lakers every call, they'd be like, let's just give one for the Warriors so they can not.
They ejected Schroeder, and the Warriors still didn't win. The Warriors were getting open looks and not scoring. They were not scoring. That's their fault. They fumbled the bag. And you know what? I'll give Steph all his props because Steph
is the GOAT.
Steph put them on his back,
and
my MVP. They didn't appreciate his hard work. They should. The rest of the cast, Clay let Steph down. Actually, Draymond hustled. For usually he overperformed as Draymond in terms of points.
I think he put like over 15.
Pools got to go. You know, Looney gave you what Looney's supposed to give you.
He did.
Right? He gave you like 15 rebounds.
Did you see what Steph did to Looney though? He gave him that jersey.
That was wait.
Steph Curry gave one of his game-worn jersey to Looney, and he said, "Thank you for Game 4." I'll never.
I think
forget.
That was Walker. That was he gave him to.
No, he gave it to Looney.
You sure he gave it to Looney?
Bro, it's everywhere.
I don't think so.
Why would he give it to Walker?
Why would he give his game worn? You don't give.
Why would Steph Curry?
Because Lonnie was the Game 4 was the game Lonnie like took over. I think it was like a roast to him. I'm pretty sure gave it to Lonnie Walker, and it was like a roast. Like, yeah, thanks for Game 4. Good luck. Bro, you can look this shit up on your. Go look at the post again. I think it's on Bleacher Report.
Yeah,
go look at the
either
post
I
again.
will look stupid or you will look stupid.
One of us is gonna look stupid, and it's probably not gonna be me. Anyway, yeah, I'm worried about the Denver series just because Denver does have the size, right? They do have the size. They have relative youth, I guess, right? They can be a quick team when they want. They can be a nice slow team when they want. I'm going to guess if we can steal game 1, I'm switching automatically Lakers in 6. If we steal game 1, Lakers in 6. If we don't steal game 1, I'm gonna say Denver probably beats us in 6 games. Sadly, I want my Lakers to win. This is a prediction. I hope I'm wrong. Right? 2 3
And
2
you're a
weeks
Lakers
later.
fan.
Yeah, 2 weeks later, I hope to be here saying like, thank God I was wrong. Right?
Are you saying that because you're superstitious and then whatever you say goes the opposite?
No.
Because I feel like that, but
no, sometimes
because I feel like that. That's what I'm
if
saying.
I'm actually
win.
superstitious. Like anytime I want a team to win, or I come up like excited about a team to win, and they always lose. Like I show up in my LeBrons or like my AD shoes, and the Lakers always lose. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just wear one random bullshit show.
Yeah, you're right. By the way, my bad.
It was Lonnie Walker.
Which makes no sense though.
Kevon Looney's on his team. He can get his jersey whenever he wants. I'm sure Looney was like last year when they won the championship. He's like, give me a jersey right now. I would take, if I was Looney, I'd ask for the winning jersey rather than the losing jersey. But anyway, back to. So yeah, that's why I'm worried about is just the size and everything. Then the Heat Boston. I think it's going to be Heat in.
What the fuck was that?
Heat in 6 or 7.
What the fuck was that?
My thinking.
That's not normal. Don't you ever do that again. What the fuck, bro? But you got the Heat in what? In 5 or 6?
Probably 6, maybe 7.
Ooh, that would have been nice.
I think probably let's say like Heat and 7.
Okay, I just
just because Boston doesn't always handle pressure like that.
Yeah, like
yeah. I was gonna say like Heat and 7.
I think what after what you told me, because you were the first one to be like, hey, dude, it might be Celtics, Lakers in the finals, and they're tied for the most champion. And I was like, it's written. Like they're NBA is just they're scripting it. They're making the script right.
I'm gonna humor your weird conspiracy. If it does happen, who do you think wins though?
They'll give it to Celtics.
You think they'll give it because you don't think the Lakers finally overtaking the Celtics is a better narrative?
You got to forget them owners are racist. They'll do everything to make sure that they
money trumps racism all day.
No, because
money trumps racism all day. And if you think LeBron James, a narrative like a headline, LeBron James beats what's it called? Beats the all-time scoring record in one season. Second championship for the Lakers in the same season, and that championship overtakes.
That's a good script.
He ties Kobe. He does all of this shit. Like, he beats Shaq. He now has one more than Shaq. He ties Kobe,
and
that's a much better selling narrative. If capitalism's sake, I would have that narrative over the Boston.
That's true.
And then the racists gonna be mad
because the people that
crazy racist Celtics
the people
fans?
that directed The Last Dance, they've been recording him all season too. So it's just like
for your conspiracy sake, right? It's much better to have the Lakers win.
If Tatum just ruins it for all of them, I will fucking love
crazy thing is gonna be Lakers Game 7, LeBron shot winner, all that crap.
Who also plays with Tatum?
Marcus Smart?
No, the Muslim one.
No, Marcus Smart doesn't play with them anymore. Jaylen Brown.
He
Brown looks Nigerian.
Jaylen Brown.
You see him, you're like, bro, I see Nigerian Muslim in you.
Shout out to Jaylen Brown. I mean, he's gonna be in the finals if he beats the Heat, and he's also Muslim.
He's been in the finals before. You forget last year?
Oh shit! Yeah, they did. But
it's not his first finals.
Yeah, but it wasn't like they actually did something. Because no, he got injured.
Did he?
Yes.
So
I know one of them got injured, and that helped the Warriors a lot.
They played all the way till the end.
No, I think he got injured.
I think maybe another role player got injured. I don't think it was him.
I think it was Brown.
I think he just didn't show up, and the Warriors shut them down.
But have Brown winning, a Muslim champion, that'd be dope, bro.
Yeah, so on top of it, that's definitely not gonna happen. They're definitely not gonna let that shit happen. So
it's gonna be boring though, bro.
Bro, it's only boring because you don't like basketball. You don't truly like basketball. You're a player fanboy. You don't truly like basketball. You like to support your players, right? And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But just admit it. Stop lying to yourself.
I know.
Right? And that's now your favorite player is gone, so the sport is not interesting. I'd still be
two
watching.
Two of my favorite players, KD and Steph.
I'd still be watching the playoffs if the Lakers were out. I would still be watching the playoffs.
I would have been into it though, because who should I put my money on?
You can bet. You don't have to have your favorite player to bet.
I know, bro, but it's gonna be boring now. Now we have to wait till probably go back to watching baseball.
Baseball. Oh yeah. What are we gonna do after for the sports segment? We have to pick some random sports. Maybe we pick up that slap fighting, slap boxing.
Some MMA. Sorry,
we start judging that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, our sports segment's gonna be dry after the NBA playoffs are done.
A lot of people are gonna be happy though.
It's actually maybe like a month and a half, and then football kicks up.
Yeah, a couple 2 months. No, September.
Playoffs
August
are
or
gonna finish like mid-June, so yeah, 2 months, and then September football season starts.
football's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Who's your football team?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay, we'll find out.
I think it has to be the Rams because I want to stick with the LA theme.
Yeah.
And the Rams have been there longer than the Chargers, and they've won.
Yeah,
So I might just stick with the. It's my same reason for
yeah.
picking the Lakers, so I might have to go with the Rams. But I've been in Arizona long enough, yeah, Issam.
That you be a Cardinals fan?
No, I just want to show them some love.
Oh,
I know the Cardinals are trash. I'm not gonna sit here and try to justify it for you guys or anything like that.
Well, fuck everybody except the Niners.
I might be like, you know what, the Arizona deserves some love, so let me just. What are you doing? What was that scratch?
Who?
Oh, you were scratching your thing. I thought I had something here.
No, I was scratching myself.
No, so yeah, I might decide this season. Whoever does better, the Rams or the Cardinals, I'll pick them as my NFL team because I haven't watched NFL my entire life. So
yeah, that's fair to say that.
Let's see, F1, the Miami Grand Prix happened last week.
Yeah,
that
the
was
Vegas
dry.
one's coming up.
I want Perez to win so much. I obviously Lewis is my favorite driver, but let's be realistic.
Lewis is my favorite driver.
I think he's the GOAT. We all know Michael's a sketchy resume, and sadly he's not around. I'm not going to go into he's not around to defend himself against his critics. It was really sad what happened. Like, you don't want to see that happening to anybody, let alone a champion. For those of you guys who might know, Michael Schumacher had in 2014 or 15, I think, whatever, mid-teens, got into a skiing accident, and he's now. The Schumacher family is very private, and I've heard he's either completely like paralyzed, like just can't talk, movement is extremely limited, basically run around his home, doesn't really go out, can't go out or anything like that. And some people are saying like, oh, he's just completely paralyzed from like the neck down. Either way, it's still really sad.
That's crazy, bro.
It is. Because he was racing like the year before, and then the next season, I think 2014 was like the season, or 2013.
Like so much potential.
Yeah, he was literally racing like the season before. Next season, like was done. He already had 7 championships. Lewis is tied for 7.
Yeah.
But has wrecked them all and wins.
Because now it's like what could have like.
Well, not what could have been. Michael had been retired for years. He came back as like a publicity stunt when Mercedes entered the game again.
Yeah.
It was essentially a publicity stunt to get people watching the team, get sponsors, all of that. And then as Lewis's contract ran out, he came in with McLaren. He came in, took over, and then it's been Nico and Lewis like all the way till the end. And so nobody expected Michael to win a championship with Mercedes when they came in. It was just, let's get money, let's get sponsorship, let's get hype. And then Lewis's contract runs out with McLaren. He joins and signs.
And just takes over.
Yeah, and just takes over. But it was great because Nico Rosberg, Kiki's son, or Keke Rosberg's son, it was a ruthless battle. I love how...
Is there a rule for the drivers that they can only drive that car, whatever they're sponsored with?
No, they have to. There's a team sponsor, which the car is sponsored.
I'm talking about personal life.
Yeah, they have their own personal sponsors.
Oh,
because they can have their own personal sponsors.
It's kind of weird
I think for the helmet as well. That's all in your contract.
For me, it's weird. Like you drive for like McLaren, but then you're like riding a Mercedes. It's like I'd rather be just driving McLaren all day.
You can drive. They're race car drivers. It's in their best image to drive anything.
Anything, yeah.
Obviously, you'll do like Lewis will probably have extra Benzes for free.
They're probably the worst person to sell a car to. Like, because they would be so detailed, be like, oh, this is shit. This is that.
But I think just for Lewis's brand, he probably won't get sponsored by McLaren in his personal life. He can drive whatever the hell he wants, but it's just, you would probably not want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think McLaren wouldn't want to do that either. Like, bad luck. You got your own drivers. You got to promote and get them hyped up. So yeah, that happened the Miami Grand Prix.
I wonder what they gift them. Like, everybody gets their own gift. Like, if you ride for McLaren, they give you a free McLaren. Like,
they probably do.
Or like they just like lease it. They're like, hey, you have this toy as long as you're sponsored by us.
They probably just it's whatever you can negotiate. Right?
Yeah,
whatever you can negotiate. They don't have like cap limits or anything. Like, they can pay you whatever you can negotiate, however you want it, wherever you want it.
That makes sense that they don't sponsor a lot of Arab drivers, because Arabs will be like, well, I want one for everybody.
Arabs like, I got this. Surprise me. He's like, I got this. Surprise me.
They'd be like, I need 12 of them.
F1 is a rich people sport. You need a lot of money to get into it.
It is. This is how I knew it was a rich sport when I forgot where it was, in some like beautiful country. But this lady, she's on her treadmill, on her yacht, watching the F1 races.
Oh, that's
in
normal.
her yacht.
Oh, in her yacht, it's probably Monaco.
And she's on the treadmill walking, and you just see the race going on. And I was like, What a life.
Yeah. But I mean, in terms of rich sport to get into,
Yeah.
because you have to remember, you first of all, you're doing a lot of traveling from track to track. You have to, build your car, buy your car, all those components, like, equipment and stuff. This is when you're first starting before you get sponsors. And then people obviously search for little sponsors. Could be anything. Could be like the shop next door. Like hey, you want to sponsor me, whatever, so I can, continue my career. So they start super young. These people are like driving carts 5, 6 years old.
Like the go karts.
Yeah, the go karts. But these are like fast cars. They're doing like 50 miles an hour, and it's crazy. Or 50 kilometers, whatever it is. Like, it's just fucking fast for a 6, 7 year old to be driving.
Yeah.
And then they have to move around. That's why Lewis's story is really, he's my favorite driver, because
I saw his story.
his dad is like the Williams dad. Just
literally.
And Lewis was telling the story as like, my dad. So on the side of the track, you'll see like these white markers.
Yeah.
Those are called braking points. All right. So his dad used to tell, okay, this is the braking point. I want you to brake here.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, not gonna happen. He was like, don't care, figure it out. And he was just go laps, lock up the brakes, do it again, lock up the brakes, do it again. And then finally, Lewis gets the brakes. He's able to brake there, and then like move it forward again. Dude's like, dude, what the hell? Stop this.
No,
that's why Lewis has a good reputation of being a really late breaker and really good on the brakes.
And he's consistent. Like, he's very consistent.
Good under pressure. He doesn't snap and crack and stuff like that.
And it's also, his brother is ranked in
esports.
Yeah. And
his
esports now too.
He has cerebral palsy too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Bigger disadvantage.
And
so
also, like,
so
esports
cool.
is big now for racing. Like, where they have the same, kind of like the same training, like where like they're because
it's
reactions, yeah. But then there's a movie coming out actually about I don't know who the racer is, but I guess it's based on a true story where he started the esports, but the guy sponsored him to race real cars, and then they like,
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, but they're saying it's not obviously similar because when you're in the machine is different, because if you get hit, you're really damaging yourself. In the esports, you're still sitting in the chair, but I feel like it's similar reactions though.
So did you see the video? Well, they train in simulators as well, but the real thing is not the same, because then you got wind and noise, like all the G forces moving you side to side. So it's definitely not the same.
The pressure,
the
you're
pressure,
sitting there and you're locked in.
You can mess up on the simulator, restart.
Exactly.
You can't do that in real life.
That one is your life online.
But there was a video of Tyreek. I think it was also on Bleacher Reporter, or House of Highlights, one of them, and they do a reaction
with the ball. I seen it. He was so slow.
Tyreek would look slow.
He looked slow. And he thought he was killing it too. They were like, bro, you ain't killing it.
That was Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly is not even like, he's a really good F1 driver, but he's not like racing for any of the top teams. He doesn't have any cool accolades. And I'm like, damn. And Pierre just made him look. Pierre was like, got it. Got it. Tyreek's like, So it just shows you like it's a different
level, yeah.
Like how different sports have.
Also,
really
they have
skills.
to what's it called? Because they're so locked in that they lose a lot of like water weight, so they have to like stay hydrated. I think one of them was saying like 8 to 10 pounds.
Something like that, yeah. Of water.
Of certain laps though, and then they that's why they have to stay hydrated the whole time.
Well, they drink like hell of a lot, and that's why they weigh in afterwards as well. So they weigh in before, and then you weigh in after, and that's how much weight you've lost in like water.
Yeah. And
it's ridiculous. I remember there was a race one. There's a really funny.
But they're all in top shape, like top. They're leaned out because they don't want to add the weight to the car as well, because each pound, like not even pound, like
each, I think 10, like I think it's like 10 kilograms is like a tenth of a second a lap or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. It's detailed to the freaking second.
So you can have any extra stuff. Like they're telling you, like, my guy, you need to take all the shits before the race. You can't come in with anything extra.
Nothing, yeah.
You're not eating the day
I know
before.
for at least all of them weigh about 150.
Well, they're all short. First of all, like I think Lewis is on like the taller end. I think he's like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah.
Esteban Ocon is the tallest. He's 6'1".
He's a great athlete, man. Like you never hear bad.
He does everything. Do you see his Instagram? He does everything.
And then also like
he's a snowboarder. He rode the
like he's living his life.
He rode the Ducati superbike with the
Ducati.
It's
such a sick fucking.
But he rode that sport bike like nothing happened. I was like, dude, you're doing everything. There's nothing you can't do. But yeah, so I can't wait. We'll probably discuss that because there's like a lot of races left in the season.
I'm excited for the Vegas one. The Vegas one. I want to see how Vegas is gonna look.
I want to go to Miami. We should try and go to the Vegas one.
Vegas one is we can try, but it's expensive.
I'm sure. I know it is, but still. Anyway, yeah. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to the rest of the F1 season. We'll probably talk about that. Anything else in sport you want? John Morant. All right, let me go on my John Morant rant. Did you hear what happened this morning?
This morning? No,
Literally this morning it came out. I guess like really last night, this morning it came out
what do you do?
that the Grizzlies have suspended him for all NBA all NBA duties, sessions, whatever, for another Instagram live waving a gun around. This nigga don't learn. And I saw this. I saw like pictures of the Instagram live. It looks like a gun. So I'm
But
like,
how did he wave
jaw.
it though? Like again, like he
He's
went
just
like
sitting.
this?
He's just sitting in the car, like he's in the passenger seat. His friend is
Yeah.
driving, and he's like, it's like they're singing. I guess that's what the picture looked like. I didn't just go search for the Instagram live. He probably took it down, but it looked like he was waving another gun. And I'm like, for God's sakes, Jaw, don't you ever fucking learn? Couldn't you wait? Couldn't you not fuck up till next year? What are you doing?
They suspended him from like all the activities, like.
Well, I don't. He's not. Obviously, they're not playing, but they suspended him from all NBA duties. Meaning he's probably
He's gonna get
He's probably
himself
not
kicked
allowed
out.
into the facilities. He's
Yeah.
probably not. Doesn't have access to any like the train, anything Memphis Grizzly
I
provided.
see. So he has to spend his own.
Yeah, but NBA is thinking like he might just be suspended like entering the season of next season.
Dude,
I'm like, dude, you don't learn.
His dad needs to get his ass under control. The thing that I saw because what I thought you were gonna talk about was a couple of days ago. I was watching. I saw on Instagram. He was at a club with his boys, already partying, but they gave him the mic at the club, and he was just like
I didn't see any of that.
he was just like over rapping NBA YoungBoy's new album. But I was just dying. I was like, bro, you really think like this is not your song? But he's performing at the club like it's his song though. I was like, you're a little corny.
Hey, do you're having a good time, but
You can have a good time, but don't be pretending like you're somebody. And then also a lot of people from that town, what's it called, in Memphis, they were saying like, because I guess one of them, I think it was the DJ Vlad, interview somebody from that neighborhood. He goes, we never claim him. I don't know why he's throwing up our signs. So he's already like starting
signs of what?
like the gang signs,
Oh, okay, whatever.
like the set. He was so.
But I want to say
he's
this.
just goofy, bro. You goofy, bro.
I'm gonna say this. Jaw,
You're a fucking
you
idiot.
keep fumbling the bag every single time. You don't learn. You're childish, but you're not a child.
Maybe he
you're a
wants to go
grown
to-
man.
Maybe he wants to go to China with Brooks.
I don't know. Like his shoe is just releasing right now. Like
His shoe comes with
on Nike was first of all it's ugly, but whatever.
His shoe comes with clips.
Have you seen it?
No, fuck
Bro, look
no.
it up. Look it up. It's ugly.
Fuck
It comes in
him.
them bubblegum colors.
Fuck him.
It's you have an opportunity with all these stars leaving the league at this point. You have a chance to really be like one of the faces of the league, because we don't have, apart from like what LeBron's gonna retire, KD getting old, his knees and ankles ain't been the same since.
True.
Right. Apart from Steph, Giannis is young too, so you have the chance to really be the face of the West League. It could be you, Luka, maybe De'Aaron in the future. I don't know who else, and Book. Like you guys could be the 4 real top stars of the West, right? Versus the top stars of the East is probably Jokic. Let me forget Jokic for the West. My bad. Yeah. But you could be like against the East's Embiid, Giannis, what's other homeboy?
It's
the
crazy.
the Boston duo. Like you have a chance to really be a star, and you're ruining
it.
He's
on his way. He's on his way to fuck up everything. There's always gonna be that one player.
100%.
That he thinks is untouchable. He's like, I have money. I'm a millionaire. My family's life has changed, and you're gonna fuck it up. Then you're gonna look around, and next thing you know, all we're gonna be seeing is, God forbid, fucking mugshots.
I want to see him succeed. I want to like have on episode like
we're gonna see a mugshot shoot.
I want to see an episode 100 or something. Be like, you know what? Thank you, Ja. You did. Remind me by episode 100. Let me see. Let's do a review of where Ja Morant versus where Ja Morant's been in his career, because this is crazy, dude. You're a baller. You should be a franchise player, but you're not acting like it. I don't see why.
Because that's what happens when you give a young kid a lot of money, which wants to be a gangster. That's it.
Yeah, like the only other player I can think.
They need to bring that show back and take him there. What is it called? Beyond Scared or some shit like that.
Scared Straight.
Yep. They need to take his ass to jail and let him see what's up.
If they have a Scared Straight, do they have a Scared Gay?
That's funny.
No, that's not funny.
That's hilarious. You're a sick fuck, but that's a good one. That's a good joke.
Your
jokes are getting better, my guy. Look at this dude.
I'm not surprised.
I'm teaching him. You know what I'm saying? I'm a prodigy right here.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was like some Mormon TV show talking about conversion therapy. Today on Scared Straight, we have Landon.
I'll say this joke. I wrote this joke a long time ago because
I don't endorse this before we say.
Yeah, no, you will endorse it. This is the time when everybody was boycotting Chick-fil-A. When people found out that Chick-fil-A donates a lot of money to these camps or like
the conversion therapy camps.
What are they called? Conversion therapy camps. If you're gay or whatever. But I just started laughing. I was like, Isn't that like the best thing to do if you are gay? To be sent to a camp full of other people who are gay?
Oh, there was a family. There was a
That's
family.
what I'm saying. Like how the fuck? And then, but then to me, it's like you should actually be thankful for
Like, you know
Chick-fil-A because
what?
they're keeping these camps alive for y'all.
By the way, this is usually how that's usually what happens over there.
Yeah,
It's just a a fuck
Yeah,
fest.
yeah. But that was
But
that was my joke.
There was a Family Guy joke when Peter accidentally took the gay gene and they sent him to a conversion therapy camp. And what ended up happening? They gave him all like the bats to be like, beat Michael up or whatever his name was, and they're like, don't use them like that. And I was like, oh my god.
No, but that was just like the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some like sick show out there talking about let's convert Landon.
what
Landon
you
likes to
want.
wear scarves.
Do what you want. Don't give a fuck about nobody else, bro.
Yeah, do what you want.
Literally. We
But
support it.
still, like Jaw. Yeah, Jaw, you're a disappointment.
Jaw, yeah, we went from Jaw to gay shit to Jaw again.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here, Jaw.
Gay Jaw.
Bum ass.
Man, it's hard. It's just hard to wrap your head around like when somebody.
Also another thing, maybe some celebrity should call him out in a boxing match during the summer, knock his ass out, and wake his ass up.
Bad luck. You should listen to Gilbert Arenas gave him the best advice. He told when Jaw had the first incident, he gave him the best advice. He said, first things first, you need to kill all social media for all summer.
And your so-called homeboys.
Yeah, he's like, you need to cut your homeboys. He needs to kill, and this is like Gilbert's advice. So he needs to cut all ties with everybody. Sit and hide in the dark in the summer. Train, play basketball, and then right before preseason starts, cut them dreads off and come into camp. And he said the only headline is going to be Ja Morant. His stock is going to go up, but obviously too little, too late. He might do that now, like
But the
who
thing
knows?
is,
but
though,
still,
like, dude, never once in my bro, you waving a gun does not make you hard. Nobody's scared of you. I think what it is like nobody's scared. Like he wants people to be like. I think what it is not scared of him, like respect him, like saying like I'm about that life, bro. We all know you're not about that life.
Bro, I think he's also might be overcompensating just for the team being so crap. It's just, but I think
he's
also
going to China.
He needs good influence in his life. Like
Big
look at
time,
all
dude.
the greatest NBA players.
Big
Kobe
time.
had Giovanna.
Yeah.
No, sorry, not Giovanna. Oh my god, I forgot her name. Giovanna's his daughter.
Talking about Vanessa.
Kobe had Vanessa. KD has his mom. Shit, even Kanye had his mom before and as soon as she passed, he went crazy. We know she had him on a tight leash.
100%.
And as soon as she passed, he went
100%.
crazy. Everybody needs like a role model. Giannis got that whole big ass family in his life. Right?
Steph got his wife and his
Luka,
parents.
same thing. Look at Joker, same thing. They all have a strong influence like in his life, people to keep him together.
Yes.
Ja don't have that. Ja got what? Ja got baby mamas and yes man for mom and dad.
Exactly.
His mom and dad are just yes, do what you want, baby, and he's got baby mamas and that's it. You don't really have and there's nothing wrong with baby mamas, but you need somebody like a team. You need like a structure.
Yeah.
I don't think she got his back like that.
Yeah.
But
what if his baby mamas got to put him in check before they?
Let's move on. This is depressing.
Yeah, it is.
Entertainment. So yesterday, the reason our episode is late is because somebody went. I
saw the greatest comedian of all time.
Were you throwing your panties on stage and everything? Andrew,
it was crazy. It was crazy, dude. He sold out. Well, he booked 4 shows in 2 days in Arizona. Mm-hmm. Sold out in a couple of hours. He had to add another one at 4 p.m. on a Saturday. So think about it. 5 shows back to back, sold out. 300 plus people. Lines were 3-4 hour wait. Like what a legend, bro. And that's just Phoenix. I can't even imagine anywhere else. He had his boys open up, which they all killed it back to back. Like it's all new material. Mm-hmm. There's not one joke that I knew that he was saying, and it was great. It was perfect. Like it was so fucking good. Like everybody was laughing. But I do say one thing though, because like Mark, he did his set and he killed it, and then he goes, "Hey man, before I introduce Andrew," shows like, please, no cameras, no pictures, do not even yell back at the comedian. Like,
which I think is fair.
Not that everybody's there 21 plus, so that's everybody's grown, and like 3 minutes in, somebody yells, and I'm like, bro, like some fucking manners for the performer. Like, how the fuck are you a grown ass person go to a comedy show and you yell and you don't know how to control yourself? It's like, gosh, I can't, like, honestly, I'd be so fucking annoyed if I was one of the performers. And then, like, you tell them the rules, and then you see a phone out and stuff like that. There is security guards that they go grab them and they kick them out. But it's like, do you really need to? Like, come enjoy the show. Don't ruin everybody else's experience. Like,
it's like fans in sports general who just don't know how to act. Like,
you're ruining
the experience for everybody.
Everybody, and then too, it's like the comedian is there because he's funny. You're not funny.
I think unlike sports, they're coming back to the same venues. Comedians don't have to. So if you really fuck up and piss off a comedian, like if you're a fan and a comedian has a
It
bad
happens.
experience,
It
they're like, I'm
happens.
not just not coming to Phoenix no more. I said I'm gonna
Yeah,
come
no,
somewhere
it
else.
happens.
So
Or they promise them like better security and stuff like that. But it was just like,
and
but
then the tickets are more expensive because they have better
exactly.
security and all
But
that. Like it's not like sports where the Suns, you can
yeah,
annoy a Suns player in one game, they're still coming back 2 days
so
later.
yeah.
Not the same for
No,
comedy.
but Mark, Andrew, and then the host as well. Damn man, I'm sorry, bro, I forgot your name, but they killed it, man. Ah, man, Andrew Schulz was. I feel like what best thing about it now because, he's been married now, Andrew Schulz, and then he talks about like being married, so you can
The
tell
story.
like a whole new chapter open up for him to write more material, and it's golden. If you have a chance to watch Andrew Schulz in your town, go. I promise you, it's worth it. He is hilarious. I can't even wait for his special at the end of the year. So he's great. I loved it. I enjoyed the time with my brothers, and yeah, it was fun, man.
The stories he tells like about his marriage. I don't know. Sometimes if I was, I'd be like disgusted. I'd be like,
No,
man, how
dude,
do you? Why are you telling?
I don't want to say the jokes because like I don't want to
Don't
people.
tell these jokes. I remember
can't
one
tell,
on
I
the
can't
show.
tell jokes. I want to disrespect him like that.
I remember
But
one. I think
it's
it was
A1 comedian.
It's not. Hold on. I remember one from Flagrant, and he was telling the show, like telling a story of like how he, like his wife sniffed his hand, and she was like scratching. I was like, dude, what?
So it was a time around. I'll tell you. I know
No,
exactly.
let's not tell it. Go look at it yourself.
No, it was around
we're not
COVID
going
because you're not gonna say shit like this and like let him. It was around COVID, and that's how he found out COVID because he couldn't smell. And he's like, "Don't you have this thing where you just scratch your ass and not wash it and just go to sleep?" But he's like, he scratched his ass, and as he went to cuddle with his girl, his hand went up to her nose, and she's like, "What the fuck was that?" And that's how he knew. And he's trying to smell it, and he goes, "I can't smell." And he goes, "Oh shit, I might have COVID," and that's when he would get tested. And that was
how
the
he found out
story.
he had COVID.
But that shit was fucking hilarious, dude. His jokes now about him and his wife.
No filter.
Oh my just go watch it. Just go watch the show live. I promise you will not regret it. Shout out to Andrew Schulz. Shout out to everybody from Flagrant. Amazing show. Thank you all so much for last night. Another thing I want to talk about entertainment. I finally have to say that it's good news and bad news. The good news is Guardians of the Galaxy 3 has to be top 3 top.
I watched
Marvel
it yesterday. Definitely 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
100 out of 10.
Actually, 9.999 out of 10. I'll tell you why I didn't think that.
I'll tell you.
0.001.
100 out of 10.
Oh, you know what? Careful, guys. Spoiler alerts. There might be some spoilers in here.
No, it's been out. It's been out. Fuck off. It's been out. It's been out for a week.
It's been like 2 weeks.
That's not my fault. They could have booked it.
Nah, don't do that to them.
No, I'm doing that to them.
All right, go ahead.
I don't care.
Spoiler alert.
100 out of 10. One of the greatest Marvel movies ever. But the reason why I say bad news is because Disney's not going to work with James Gunn no more. James Gunn is going to work at the Superman trilogy with DC. And if you noticed, James Gunn likes to work with the same actors all the time. Because when he did Suicide Squad,
they might snatch him. Yeah,
and then no, he's like, I'm gonna try to recruit all of them. And then they asked the actors like, would you want to work with James Gunn in DC? And he goes, yeah, let's hope so. So I feel like you're gonna see a lot of them actors transition over to DC. I feel like Disney fucked up because he literally saved this fucking Marvel series. This has to be the best Marvel movie so far.
I think Endgame. So. A couple things to say about the Guardians of the Galaxy like trilogy, I guess. It has been the only one that has been consistently good. 1, 2, and 3 are all,
There's no fuck ups.
You could say 2 was an 8, and then 1 and 3 were like 9.5s, whatever, like 10s, right? All 8+. Like nobody's gonna tell you one of them was.
You know why? Because I feel like they take their time with the storyline.
Yeah,
they don't try and rush it. They don't try and do anything.
Nobody's gonna tell. None of those movies are probably gonna. Nobody's gonna rate them less than an 8.
Nothing. No, absolutely not. If you do it, you're a fucking bozo.
From anybody's perspective, nobody's gonna give any one of those 3 less than an 8. Iron Man 3, trash. Thor: Love and Thunder, disgusting.
The worst.
Right.
They should delete it.
What's the Captain America? The one with Bucky. The second one, not the one before Civil War. Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier?
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Winter Soldier was the one before.
Yeah, you didn't like that one?
No, I didn't like that one.
Okay.
I did not like that. It was so corny. Did not like that one at all. Civil War, bomb. Right?
You like Civil War?
Civil War was bomb.
Because of Spider-Man, too.
I liked it because
Spider-Man has been good, though.
I like because T'Challa's like hunting down Zemo.
We can't deny the Spider-Man movies are been good back to back.
Zemo is the coolest.
Even the anime one.
The anime, I'm talking about the Tom Holland ones.
Tom Holland ones, yeah, they're back to back good to me. They've been really good. No, they've been really good. I can't hate on that.
Sure. The second one,
but you're right. Guardians of the Galaxy have been consistent, and I loved how they focus on the Rocket, his storyline, and how everybody was still like, dude, it was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
But the
So
Guardians of the Galaxy ones, I can't argue with anybody saying like
I
these
would
are 8+
so there's a
series.
video, man. I have to say her name because I don't want to be rude. So you know the ending, right? The song, dog days are over.
Florence and the Machine.
Yeah.
The
So
dog days are
Force of the Machine. So they actually have somebody recorded her watching the movie, and then when they play, and then the ending of the scene when they play her song, she was just crying the whole time. And then
it's a good song.
and then you know when it slows down, and then David Batista, and he's like, and then when he jumps up, and then she just started laughing and like crying because they literally relived that song, like the song that was.
It was a good. I'm sitting there in the movie. I'm at the AMC on like deer, just like flicking my feet to the dance, and I have to catch myself. I'm like,
the reason
I have the recliner, so my legs.
This is how you know we're old because like other people that are watching Guardians are much younger. They'd be like, "Oh, we haven't heard these songs. These are classics." And I'm like, "Man, it's the stuff I grew up with." Like,
it's the same issue with the Super Mario movie. Like, this wasn't made for you guys.
Yeah,
this wasn't made for these young kids.
Us.
It was made for the
millennials.
35 plus.
Yeah,
the 35 plus generation.
30 plus. 30
yeah,
plus.
the only thing I would say is like because before you told me that they weren't going to reunite the cast again, before I watched it,
that's what they said.
I wanted one of them to die.
Fuck off.
I thought if Rocket had like beefed Homeboy and like died, or I thought the in space thing was corny. Well, like his face, bro. Real space, you would have been. That thing would have popped.
I explained when I thought somebody was gonna die. I thought Star-Lord was gonna die because before the movie came out. So do you remember the beginning of the movie where she carries him because he was drunk? Mm-hmm. She had his body in his hand, or whatever. So that's not really him. That's actually they made a doll. That's how realistic it is. Damn. So there's a video on Instagram before the movie came out of them like playing with it, and he's like hanging from like a wire, and Chris Pratt was looking at it, he's like, dude, that is so realistic. He's like, yeah, do you remember like months ago when we scanned you? And he goes, yeah. He's like, this is the final product, and then it's like it looks like him, but it's lighter, so it's easier for him to carry him. So I was like, oh man, I was like, he might die, and she's gonna carry him in the battle. But then when I watched the movie,
they could have saved his life much quicker.
No, but it was like when I watched the movie, and it was the first scene that she's carrying, and I was like, okay, cool, he doesn't die.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of
Greatest movie out there right now. Go watch. I might watch it again tonight, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you on your own with that one, but I gotta give it maybe. I wanted to watch what's it called? Quantumania.
I haven't watched that.
Because
I heard it's trash.
Yeah, I also heard it was trash, but I did want to watch it just so I can understand. I have Disney Plus, and I figured I might as well just wait till it's on there. So
yeah, that's what I'll probably do.
I'll probably watch it before next episode. But I watched episode 5 and 6 of Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Because I think last episode I only talked about 4.
Yeah, go for it.
Dude, it's such a good show. It started it really picked up the pace. And again, spoiler alerts for episodes 5 and 6 of Demon Slayer. My guy, can you look at me when I'm talking about these reviews? You know how crazy, when I'm editing this, you know how crazy it is I'm talking about Demon Slayer and you're looking at your fucking phone? I gave you a pass because there was a basketball game on that day, but no.
Okay, so it's Mother's Day, and I was just wanting to talk about my mother, so go ahead, bro.
But, bro, it's like 5 o'clock. If you haven't texted her by now, you don't care.
No, we're making plans. No, you go ahead. Talk about your Demon Slayer.
Make your plans. Make your plans, please. Okay. Make your plans.
All right, here we go.
See what I got to work with? Zero appreciation.
I'm sorry. I put my mom in front of your bitch ass. Oh,
bro,
I'm sorry.
If you cared,
I'm sorry.
You would have texted her before.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't care enough. You waited until like the end of the day.
Oh, you think moms know how to text back on the time?
You should have been like.
Does your mom know how to text back on time? Is your mom
yes, my mom actually texts back on
time.
My
mom is the worst texter.
My mom texts me. I text her. She's back on time.
My mom texts me.
She'll text me in the morning. No. Why are you awake? Why are you asleep? I saw you on Instagram. Go to sleep.
Yeah,
it's 12 o'clock.
My mom is not good on the phone because she shouldn't be, honestly. But yeah, my mom is not the best texter. But today, when she texts me, you got to reply. It's mandatory. Because you might just never know.
So
anyways, we're
back to spoiler alerts.
We're planning burgers at home.
Episode 5 and 6 finally picked up, right?
Yeah.
And I really like it because anime is sort of notorious for having like filler episodes or like an episode where like more talking happens. Yeah. The biggest culprit of this is Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball and Z.
What's up? No, just fuck with you. Go.
So Dragon Ball Z, GT, all of them, they have this terrible reputation of just conversation happens in episodes. There'll be like 3 episodes before a punch actually gets thrown. It's so fucking annoying, right? But, once you're able to binge through all of it, then you're like, oh, this is fire. Demon Slayer doesn't have that. They'll have a lot of like action in an episode and some moves, but nothing really happens towards like the end game of, winning whatever the battle or thing. but it still makes it really good to watch because stuff is happening. Right, they're learning stuff about these demons. Like they're learning stuff in the middle of the combat, so stuff is actually happening. But once you look at it, you're like, bro, nothing actually happened. You guys just fought a little bit more. Dragon Ball would be like, no, you guys talked a lot in this 2-3 episodes, and nothing actually happened. But these 2 episodes, bro, so much happens, and you find out like so many little nuances. You get some more background of like some of the demon slayers, and it's just I thought. I don't know. I don't want to go into detail because you're not going to get it. But
no, I will.
You guys will put in the comments. I want to see if you guys have seen this homeboy who tries to cut the little demon's head and breaks the knife. Did you guys not think he was a demon? Like he had been turned into a demon at the end of episode 5. I thought he was when he was foaming at the mouth. Right. If you guys watch the episode, type out his name. Right. Let's see if you guys are actually following along. But I really thought he was going to be a demon at the end. And then with the sword, I told you the sister was going to reveal some power. She put that demon blood on his sword, and that shit turned fire. And he sliced all 4 of them niggas' heads off. Didn't kill them yet because he still had to figure out how to do it.
Because they relive.
But first of all we found out they don't after 4. Not more of them don't pop up. Right, so the 4 they're the 4 emotions of that little wimpy one.
Yeah.
So he cries and he says. It's like, oh, he's crying in the bush, by the way, like hiding. And he's like, I hope my 4 emotions, fine. So now we know that, okay, they're not going to split more than 4. 4 is the limit. So we now know 4 is the limit. We know now if you cut all their heads off at the same time, they don't regenerate as fast. So you got a lot of time to do extra shit. Right. We know if you like hit the tongue, that still slows them down. Like if you cut, there's like a little symbol burnt onto their tongue or whatever. So he learns all these little details. We find out about Homeboy's past life and story. So I can't wait till episode 7 because I'm sure there's like maybe 3 more episodes left.
That's not bad. 10 episodes for a season.
Yeah, 10 episodes a season.
10 weeks.
And definitely, I'm going to rate the Swordsmith arc as number 1. Then the Village arc, I think is called season 1, and then the Entertainment District as the 3rd one. Oh no, I think it's Mugen Train. I can't remember. Whatever. Entertainment District, long story short, is the worst of the seasons are given. They're called like arcs. So Entertainment District is basically like the prostitute arc. Prostitute arc. It's like Memoirs of a Geisha. But that one is really sad. Like the ending, bro. Bro, the ending is fucking sad.
Time with that bullshit.
Nah. So yeah, please go. I love that.
Go watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
And go watch Guardians of the Galaxy 6 too. Sorry, 3. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Watch Demon Slayer episode 5 and 6. Yeah, so that was like my little entertainment watch. I loved that.
Dope. You have questions for me, apparently?
I do. You want me to wrap up the tech first and then hit up the questions?
Yeah,
because something cool did happen in tech.
Go for it, bro.
So Google released, finally, after teasing for all that, they released their Pixel Fold, right? And then they released
it's a flip phone?
Yeah, it's a folding phone. Kind of like the Galaxy Fold, not flip.
How's the camera looking on it?
Mediocre. It's just one. Okay. It's just one camera. I think it's 1 or 2 cam. It's the same camera system on the 7 Pros.
Okay.
But they also released a tablet, which doesn't sound like much, but believe it or not, people don't really make Android tablets like that. Like they just don't.
Yeah.
Google making one, and it's a really cool one. So firstly, it's reasonably priced. It's like $449 or something like that.
That's reasonable.
It also comes with a dock. So the dock.
Oh, nice.
Have you seen like what the Google Max looks like?
Yes.
So imagine a Google Home Max that you can remove, uses a tablet, take around, and when you get home, plug it in, and now it works as a Google Home Max. So
it charges it probably.
Yeah, charges it, everything. It works as a second speaker.
That's fire. I'll wait till like they have a
whole bundle for $449. The whole thing.
Yeah, I'll probably wait till T-Mobile offers that with like something else.
Hey, either way,
because usually with Android tablets, like people are like buy them for it, but then like later on it's like, hey, buy this new phone, you get a free Android tablet by T-Mobile. Well,
this one probably just go off the Google store.
Yeah,
but I don't know if they have a.
For sure, the price would drop in 4 months. So
I don't know if they have a data version.
If it's at 4 right now, I guarantee you by August or September it's at 2 something. So I'll wait.
Stuff that's sold exclusively off the Google store doesn't really get deals like that.
It will get
apart from the phones.
It will get.
But I thought that was really hype because I have a Google Home Max and I might just keep watching, guys. Maybe I can afford one day. But I thought that was really cool, but also it shows that now that Google's making a Pixel Fold, now the Android ecosystem can improve because Google, we all know, makes Android, but now they can optimize for folding phones. So now folding phones as a whole, their software experience is going to get much better because Google is now going to understand like, hey, these are the problems that face these phones. This is how we can solve these problems. Like Google doesn't make phones to like really make money. They don't make that much money off of them. I'm sure they do make a profit because they have to, but the whole point, these are like learning experiences from them, right? Google is a software company first. So really, really happy. Finally, they're getting back into the tablet game now. Hopefully, again, the tablet ecosystem for Google is going to get much, much better. So very, very excited. Go check them out. They released them in, I think, Google I/O. Yeah, that was something I'm really excited about. The tablet comes in so many colors and it's sleek too. And yeah.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Yeah, I smoked before this podcast.
And he woke up maybe. What did we say when last time we were watching the game? We said we're gonna record at what, 12 o'clock?
Bro, I woke up so late and I get a text message that goes, "Hey, you gotta record." I'm like, bro, let me just wake up. Let me take a puff of this pre-roll.
That was the third text message I sent you.
I was like, let me just take a puff of this pre-roll and let me get my Dutch bros. And then, fuck, bro.
He's sitting here talking about, yeah, sure.
So that's why I was trying to make plans with my mom for dinner because I'm hungry.
I was like, he woke up late. He ditched me to go to the plans, and then he's gonna come back and do his thing. No, he was just asleep,
bro.
He ditched everybody,
bro. You have no idea. Yeah, but that was a good tech one. I'm excited for the tablet. I'll probably
definitely go check it out.
I'll wait till September. It's probably gonna be 200. Cop that, bam.
Yeah, the Pixel Fold looks weird because there's. Well, actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna say it looks the folding design looks nice, looks sleek. Yeah. It looks really sleek and it's thin too.
Yeah.
Like you can hold it like supposedly like a regular phone, and not really. Obviously, you'll know it's a folding phone, but you can hold it and it won't feel like a chunky phone. It would feel like a slightly bigger normal phone rather than a slim folder.
Now, questions. What's your? Because apparently you.
I didn't really have questions. I didn't really have. So we didn't post because there's so much going on this week. We didn't post on the pod, and you guys didn't participate last week. Really hurt our feelings. But we didn't really have any questions from the listeners this week. So I was just gonna throw a couple random questions at you.
Go for it. I'm ready to answer all of them.
Situational.
Go.
Oh shit. Oh well.
You owe me a Dutch Bros.
I'm not kidding. Shit. Now, if you had...
I plead the fifth. No, I'm just kidding. Go.
If you had a baby mama.
Yes.
Right? How would you, in our culture, how would you transition that into a real wife?
If I got a girl pregnant.
You got a girl pregnant.
Okay.
How would you transition that into a...
Like to marry her?
To a wife. What was your situation? You got to be like,
look, we have a child. I feel like we can. Let's try this marriage and make it work. I wouldn't be struggling, to be honest with you.
How do you announce that? So the reason I asked them this question is because in Islamic, Middle Eastern culture, it is like a big no. Like
to get a girl pregnant without marriage. I think in every culture. No, it's every culture.
I think worse than when I see the reactions, they talk about it in other cultures like it's really bad, but when it happens, the reaction isn't always
because
as bad
I had
as
a friend.
Talk about it.
They're from the islands, and same thing. He got his girlfriend pregnant. He goes, "I have to marry her." In 2 weeks, they had a wedding. I cannot. And they were not Muslim. They were Mormon, and like straight up, he was just like, "No, we have to get married now." And then she was pregnant.
I think in our culture it'll probably happen the same, except you probably get a good ass whooping before, and then you would marry her.
It's not a really ass whooping.
You get a good ass whooping first, and then you would marry her.
People will have comments, which they're gonna have comments regardless, even if you did it traditionally perfectly. That's just how people are. It's just because people are like, oh well, they just got married because she was pregnant. Like, shut the fuck up. To me,
but we know
personally, from my experience, I don't have a baby mama, but
that we know of.
No, for real. No, I'm just kidding. I know my shit. I would love to be a dad, so I wouldn't mind it if I have a child, because I know I'll be a great dad. But for me, like let's say I made a mistake. I didn't accidentally got a girl pregnant. Yes, I would be like, hey, we have to get married because I want my child to grow up in a home with both parents, not bouncing from one house to another.
What if she says no?
If she says no, then it's her loss because it's gonna be my kid, and then she can just fuck off, and I'll just raise the kid by myself. I'll just tell him, your mom's in jail or something. I'm dead. I swear. Yeah,
that's not
fuck off.
That's not gonna happen.
No, if
you're not gonna be able to take full custody of it. Especially if there's nothing wrong with her.
I'll take full custody.
You're not gonna be able to.
I will make it happen.
Toxic.
Yeah, very. I would go crazy
Toxic.
because you know why? Because I would love my kids.
So
I would
you
want
want
to be around my kids.
So by your own, you would do it because you want to be a good dad, and you know you'll be a good.
I know
dad,
I'll be a great dad.
But is it really being a good dad if you separate your children from their mother out of petty?
Because she doesn't want to be around.
No, not she. She just says, "I don't want to get married. I will raise this kid with you." Yeah, she didn't say. When I asked you that, I said, "What if she says no? Like, I'm not gonna get married to you, but we can raise this baby together just fine."
Yeah.
What do you do then? Because I don't feel like that. Just because she's like, "I'm going to be around," but just to take custody from her out of petty, that's not right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see myself in that situation because I don't see a girl declining.
That's why it's what's called hypothetical.
No,
I don't see you in that situation either.
Yeah, because I don't see a girl like declining if I try to propose to her. You know what I'm saying? Because she'd be very thankful that I even went down on one knee to ask her.
Nothing seriously.
No, honestly, I'll try to make it work. Cause I think the only way, like, it will be hard if she ends up in another relationship and then somebody else is around my kid and trying to tell him what to do. Then I'll have an issue with that.
That's another story.
No, because I have friends who are dealt with that, and it's very hard. And I can't even see. God forbid, I don't see myself in that position, because also I have to let her know, like, if you think that's cool, then I'm gonna bring another woman around my kid.
I don't think. What if she's like, I don't care, enjoy.
Then, like I said, I'll get full custody because she doesn't give a fuck about the kid.
That's not the same.
It's the same to me, bro.
Bro, that's not
to me, bro.
Yeah,
but I'll just go with plan A, which is like if she doesn't want to get married, that's cool. You know, go enjoy your life. Me and the kid are gonna enjoy ours because
So, ladies, you know what it is.
I'm taking full custody.
Stalk Phoenix, Arizona. Lock this nigga down before we get famous, right?
I'm getting full custody. I don't give a fuck. I want my child to be with me. I want to get home to my child. I want to do everything with my kid. I'm telling you.
I hope she's rich and you have no reason to get full and you have no way to go. You're like, I'm going to get full custody, and you're looking at the judge and she's like, she makes $200,000 a year.
But do I get
you
a
make
prenup?
80.
But I get a prenup though. Oh, this is before marriage.
This is just like out of wedlock.
But I could ask for child support. No,
you can ask for child support. Well, you have to have if you're splitting. I think if you're splitting custody 50-50, you don't get child support. But if you like, she only gets them on the weekend and you get them full week, it's about how much you contribute to the child's life as well. Who's watching them the most? Who's contributing the most? Like, are you paying healthcare for the kids? Cool. Are you taking them to school, and are they staying at your house and you're taking them to school during weeks?
I'm about to get that bag.
She gonna be like,
I'm about to get that
Your
bag.
Honor, I can give them the best healthcare, and I got the Illuminati's healthcare right here. He got, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah,
they're staying at my house.
I'll just start making up stories about Your Honor. She's gonna put them in danger.
Right. So to all the Latino women, lock him down before we get famous, so you can get some of that good.
Just know
money.
that I'm taking full custody. No,
podcast money.
I always say that.
I said lock him down. I didn't say
I
try to steal from him. Marry him. Lock this
my
nigga
child,
down.
bro. I'll die for my kids.
Every time I ask you a question, every time I ask you a question, you give me a sad, depressing answer.
It's not a sad, depressing answer, bro.
You need therapy. You need help.
Every
time I ask you a question, which I'd be like, oh, this should be lighthearted and funny, he gives me sad questions. No, Issam's therapist. Listen to this, and there's a problem. Talk about this in your next sessions. I have a therapist too. You don't see me out here miserable. Jesus. Well, like, damn, man.
Okay, another question. I said I want full fucking custody. How's that depressing, bro? Is it wrong for a guy to ask for full custody? I don't have a kid. I'm mad. I don't even have a fucking kid, and I'm asking for full custody. What the fuck is going on right now?
I
shouldn't be this high.
I've heard this question being asked throughout like Twitter, TikTok, other podcast stuff. If you could switch genders for a day, 24 hours, what is the first thing you would do? You wake up one morning, boom, chick, banging.
Perfect. I said this before, and I'll answer it. I'll go find my best friend Charbella and beat her fucking ass.
What?
Beat her fucking ass. I would beat her fucking ass. Charbella, you listening? If I turn to a woman, I swear that roundhouse kick that I've been holding back, it's coming your way. First thing I do is fight my best friend.
If she's your best friend, you could fight her now. Shit.
No, because it's like, I can't really, I just,
You can't really choke her out?
Yeah, I can't really do a lot. But as a woman, I can, because it's a fair fight. Yeah, I'll beat your fucking ass. And then probably, second thing too, start an OnlyFans. Work for like a
24
month.
hours. You're only a woman for 24 hours.
Well, I'll make the best out of 24 hours at OnlyFans, make as much as a check I can get, and then that's it.
Oh, I'd.
So 2 things: find my best friend, and then make an OnlyFans to make money. What about you?
For 24 hours, damn, my 24-hour OnlyFans check, I'd probably just be pregnant immediately. I would be doing the most. I'd be doing the most. I'd be
You're a
like,
slut. So your
where the
first
club's
choice-
at?
your-
I need bottles.
your-
I'm gonna go and debunk all the stereotypes. I'm gonna say, like, you know what? All you ladies talking about, these are the stereotypes. Life is so much. It's 24 hours. Let me go see.
you
Is life
crazy.
really easier for you in the
You
club? Is you really
pause,
getting
you're
this discrimination?
crazy.
I would go find out. I'd be like,
yo, this man's just like, yo, you
I'll be like,
first
get
thing
a
you're a
check.
woman, you just want to get fucked.
I
Real.
would be in all the fucking clubs and they'd
You're
be buying me bottles and
disgusting.
shit. I'd be like,
I'm
oh,
over
I'm
here
a hoe.
thinking like
I'm a
make
hoe.
money. You know what I mean? Because whatever, you're out here trying to get.
I'm trying to get that
Banged up.
check. I'm going to Scottsdale Mall, standing in front of the Louis store,
Oh
seeing who
my
gonna buy me shit.
God. Everybody in Scottsdale Mall is in debt, bro. They ain't rich.
Nah, I know this today the Cartier store was too crowded.
Stupid.
I'm like,
bro.
what do you guys do? How many people
if
afford
people
this?
not aware, the Scottsdale, Arizona, obviously it's
Scottsdale
like
fashion is like a
Fashion Square. It's the mall here.
It's really-
It's supposed to be like all wealthy people. A lot of them all in debt. And a lot of them all fake.
It's really sad. That's what our Beverly Hills is.
Literally, like,
Scottsdale
it's
is
like Scottsdale. They want to
Arizona's
be.
Beverly Hills.
They're
It looks trash.
desperate. And even if you go to restaurants around there, it's like everybody pretends they're somebody.
Bro.
They're thinking like the local celebrities. Nobody ain't shit. Scottsdale ain't shit. That shit could.
My sister said this when she came. She's like, guys, the Nobu in LA is like in Malibu on like, it's really nice
Regular,
views, all
yeah.
of that. The Nobu here is attached to the side of a mall. Just
Yes.
perspective. Think about that.
Yes.
The luxury, one of the most luxurious
No, not
high-end
just-
restaurants in the country
no.
is attached to the side of a mall in
No,
Arizona.
Three of so-called top restaurants in Arizona are attached to the mall in Scottsdale.
Yeah. What's
So
the
when
other
people-
one? Maple and Ash that everybody loves to go take pictures of. That's on the other
you're-
side of the
You're
street.
thinking of Steak 44 and then what is
Maple
it
and Ash is
called?
supposed to be expensive. Steak 44 is also.
Fuck Steak 44. Fuck Larry.
What's the other one that they all like to go to?
That's what I'm saying.
Toco Madero.
Taco Madero.
Toco Madero.
Bullshit ass
Toco Madero is
restaurant, too.
expensive, but
Bullshit
I'm like,
ass restaurants. They're all bullshit. It's all for a fucking show. They're all brand names.
Yeah,
you
it's
don't even get
not-
full, bro. After Nobu, I went and got hot and spices. So fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I dead ass did.
Crab Shack episode 10. So yeah, there's
Yeah,
that.
that's a real
And,
restaurant right there. What's another question you have? That was it.
Well, my question was, I thought you were gonna give me a better answer, but hey,
On
you
which
had
one?
if you were a girl for 24 hours, what would you do?
No, that was the serious answer. I'll beat the shit out of my best friend.
That's fine.
'Cause she
And
talks a
I
lot
would
of
be,
shit.
I'd be hoeing at the mall trying to get people to buy me shit.
That's not bad. I'll beat my best friend because she talks a lot of shit.
And then wake up in the morning like
and you just be a
in-
slut.
Wake up in the morning like in White Chicks, just like
Oh yeah. Oh,
you know when
dude.
Terry Crews
That's
wakes
a
up
classic movie.
next to the blonde boy.
You know, I rented that movie also from Blockbuster.
He
Good old
fell
days.
down the stairs. He's in the
Good old
wheelchair.
days.
But I didn't talk
Oh my
about
poodle.
just a quick thing. I want everybody to try the sensory deprivation tank once in their life.
Oh,
so I did
that's
this
right.
Sunday
you were talking
after
about that.
the
You were talking
episode.
about yes.
The sensory deprivation tank feels amazing.
Mhm.
It is such a good experience. Firstly, so I went to Floatology in Tempe, if you're in Arizona, and it's $35 for your first visit, $50 after that. They have a $35 a month if you
yeah.
plan on
Oh,
a
yeah.
monthly subscription.
Oh, crazy.
So I thought, I was like, I might do that. But anywho, so you go into this tank, they give you your own room, and there's a shower in the room, a bench, and this big like tank enclosed, and it's filled with like Epsom salt water.
So you can float, right?
Yeah, so you're super buoyant. Like it actually takes effort to keep your hand down. Like if you put your hand down for like, count to 45, you'll be like,
Yeah.
this is actually tiring. So you just let it float up. Like you're very, very buoyant. And you have the choice of like, either you want to sit there with like changing lights and no sound, you put in the earplugs, boom, you're in. I did lights off, sound off, closed the door, earplugs in, and just sat there and floated. Dude, it is amazing. You lose track of time. I didn't take any medication before, nothing. I just went straight in, clear head. And I was like,
You feel much better about yourself.
you
huh?
feel much better, but you're opening your eyes, no light. Closing your eyes, no difference. And you keep your eyes open for long enough. I promise you, after like long enough, because I have lost all sense of time, I'm seeing like flicks of purple. Just imagine like you're seeing purple flicking in front of you. You're just thinking in a much peaceful way. You go through a whole train of thought. I'm not going to tell you guys that shit was personal, but I went through a whole train of thought. And then once that time runs out, it feels like you've been there for 7 years, but then you open the door and then mentally your brain is quiet. That's how I can describe it.
Yeah.
It was quiet.
Did they tell you what they recommend of how many times you need to do this?
No.
Or is there like when you just
some people,
sore?
I looked around, some people were saying like every 2 weeks, some people were saying once
But
a
this
month.
is more just for like to relax your brain, or it's also
You
like
relax your body. Like my shoulders.
like if you're sore and stuff
Yes,
like that,
yes,
you
yes.
feel much better.
Yes,
just
when I
like
was
cryotherapy. But it's
different.
cold. It's you're getting your body frozen.
I know what cryotherapy is. Like, there's
I love
also a place.
cryotherapy.
Have you been? I want to go.
What, cryotherapy?
Yeah.
Dude, I used to do it all the time.
Oh, I want to go.
I'll
But-
give
'cause I just do
I'll give you a
ice-
little game. Best way to do cryotherapy is go to Groupon.com, search cryotherapy, and then all these local deals around you. Because I only get them from Groupon, where I can buy like 5 sessions for like $60, where other people charge like 25 each one session.
Call your boy. He will pay retail price because he
Yes.
is financially irresponsible. Give me a call.
That's what's up. Groupon,
But,
what's up?
Yeah, it's my my shoulder, like the knees fucked up, right shoulder replaced, left shoulder, all that crap. I was literally like floating. I realized that in the float, I was able to lift my hand, like my left hand,
Yeah, because you have
higher
all
than
these,
usual.
you have athlete injuries, but you're not an athlete, that's why it's crazy to me. But anyways, carry on.
But yeah, I was able to like move and just different. My range of motion was completely different in the water. It was really nice. I felt like super relaxed afterwards. Only thing I would say, take hella lotion because that salt water is gonna dry you up.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna
you
try
need to take
it.
hella lotion before you go.
I'm gonna try when I'm really, really sore, so it's gonna be worth it.
I don't think you need it like that. It's more mental than like physical, definitely. But
Okay, probably when I go crazy,
yeah,
and then I just
like when's your last boxing session of the week?
Friday.
Friday. Then I would recommend. Oh, you can't go.
Actually,
Saturday.
you know what I'm gonna do because
You can't go Saturday.
this is like like life wise, but the next 4 weeks are gonna be the most intense training, so I'll probably do it like as my last thing.
Mhm.
at the
Yeah,
end of
like
the
your
4
last
weeks.
at the end of that 4 weeks, end of the
Yeah.
month. Yeah, do it
'Cause
like that.
for
Do
the
it like
next
a
4
Sunday
weeks-
morning or something.
No, for the next 4 weeks, my I hope you might not see the side effect of it when I record the episode because I need to be a little bit jolly, but like my mindset is gonna be different, like
It's not even far from your place.
tunnel vision.
Yeah, it was definitely a clear thought. And I came into work that Monday,
Mm.
like just relaxed. I had a really good night's sleep that day.
Yes, I remember you telling me you were excited.
And I came into work super relaxed because I've had a very hectic like work time, just been a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Ooh, okay, cool. I can round this up now. I can really plan my day much calmer and like less frantic." It was nice. So go try that. I don't have anything else. Do you have any shout outs?
No, we already give a shout.
You don't want to do
outs.
that quote of the day thing that you gave up after like 3 episodes?
Yeah, because you're always complaining about it.
I didn't say shit.
Yes, you were.
I didn't say shit. Don't let him
I
gaslight.
don't want to hear that shit, and I was like, whatever. You want one?
Nobody want to hear your poster ass quotes. Is this from one of those how to be an alpha business
No,
mindset quote? Is that where you got it from?
No.
One of those Instagram pages? Yo, I say this all the time. If you're an alpha, you don't need to remind people that you're an alpha. They just know. I hate those pages talking about, and it's always the line. Ugh, don't get me on a rant.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Not once in my life.
Those are the guy versions of astrology chicks.
Yes.
Alpha
because-
mindset
no,
and motivational pages are the guy. I'm sure girls are like, ugh, if he talks to me about my goals and
So I didn't
you know,
know anything
alpha
about this whole like
mentality.
term alpha thing till
so
like
stupid.
till one time I was training jiu-jitsu. And this dude was like, yeah, because we're alphas. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean, dog?
Those are-
It's like I was so lost. I thought he was calling me like an animal, and he goes,
The guy in the
alpha
front,
is like this type of thing. And I was like, bro, not once in my life I'll ever call myself that. Like, you're fucking weird.
the guys
Either
in the,
you be it.
and if you see like a social group and guys are like always talking about alpha mentality, how you be on top and be
Yeah.
a real man, this and all that shit. This is how I know you're like the weakest one in the group.
Because you want to be
Because the rest of the group is like, oh, cool, bro.
You want to be
whatever.
called, yeah. Like, no, just be it.
Bro,
Just
stop talking to me about motivational quotes. I'm not reading your fucking
No,
book.
bro.
I'm not taking your 3-week course on how to change your mindset.
Yeah. You know what my code is? Free Palestine. Let's go, baby.
And we are now demonetized for life. Thank you so much. Last episode of Lost in the Desert.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
All right. Have a great day, guys. Just kidding.
Take
See you
care.
next week.